Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today you guys get to see my face, which doesn't happen super often, but here we are. So I wanted to jump on here really quickly today to talk about the readings that I've been doing over the last couple of days. So we've done some Trump readings, and it hasn't been looking great for him. So I want to talk about, because I've gotten messages from a lot of you guys, comments that Trump has been seen on camera on Thanksgiving, which was yesterday at Mar-a-Lago. So let's take a look at that. I want to show you the video from yesterday that was taken at Mar-a-Lago with Trump sitting next to Elon Musk. We're going to look at that. And then I want to take a look at a previous Thanksgiving with Trump. And let's just look and see if we see any differences. Okay. So let's jump right in. Okay. So let's take a look at this video. And I want you to look at Trump's body language and his movements. So let's just go ahead. So look at how he is gone. I want to see the video. Let's see here. This is the video I want. It's a better video. Now look at his body language. Over, arm, and he was kind of like looking off and he had his arms like this. Okay, let's look at that video one more time. Melania, and I told her like really strict grandmother, like not grandpa. So okay, now that we've seen this, we're going to take a look at a different video from a Thanksgiving of years past. So the next video I want to show you is from 2016. This is Trump at a Thanksgiving meal with Melania. So we're looking at we're comparing apples to apples. And I want you to look at how Trump's sitting, what his body language is, and what he's doing. Okay. So here we go. Still sitting next to him. But it is different. I don't know. So you guys have seen the two videos. I don't know. You're going to have to make up your own mind. Okay, so now you've seen those two videos and you have like a comparison. So let's talk about tarot and how tarot works and how I view tarot. So tarot is it's a card system that's a collection of images. And if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, the original tarot, the images that are all on there, and I'm actually looking around to see if I can like find a deck close by. All of those images are highly, highly symbolic. It's funny because I got a comment on one of my readings talking about how tarot cards are the occult or something. And it's like, they're actually highly, highly religious, highly religious. They started out as a symbol of Jewish symbolism, a way of Kabbalistic mysticism. Okay. So there are all of these little images. And what's happening is the universe, source energy, God, whatever you want to call it, communicates to the person who's asking the questions through these cards. Now, you have to understand that source, the universe, all knowing, God, whatever, its frame of reference is so much bigger than what we experience here on this earth. So, when spirit communicates and gives us messages, it has to find a way of putting it into some kind of symbolism or imagery in a way that we can look at it and we can understand what it is and then decipher it, right? So, you're never going to get an exactly precise reading on when you're doing a tarot reading, and that's what you want. If someone's giving you like exact specific on this day, this is going to happen, don't listen to them because that's not that's impossible, okay? Um so the reason I'm telling you all of this is that I've seen some of you get very like fastened in on the stuff that I'm saying, and you have to understand that it's spirit trying to give me pictures and impressions to then synthesize that and then translate it into like words and give it back to you guys. And so I think sometimes you guys hold on to very, very literally everything I say. So I want to address my topics about Donald Trump, my readings about Donald Trump and his health. I stand by those readings. I've never said that Donald Trump is like in a coma, completely incapacitated, not moving. Okay. We didn't see that. But what we saw, and I went back and re looked at those readings, it's a lot of communication issues. It's a lot of like being kind of in a confused state. He doesn't look like he's doing well. And I don't think he's going to last very long. But that doesn't mean, because we don't know time frames. So that doesn't mean that when I say that, he's on his deathbed and he's going to drop dead. This could be a couple weeks. This could be a couple months. I mean, there's some flux in there, right? So we have to keep that in mind when we're looking at this. The other thing is that I do think Trump is very, very ill. What I think is going on is I think that he is having a very swift, rapid decline based on health events that are happening. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not his doctor. So I don't know what those are. And I'm not going to speculate. But there's something going on health wise that's causing a rapid decline. Now, can they still put him up on a stage for 10 minutes with a script to accept an award? Like he did with the Moms of Freedom, the Man of the Century Award or whatever that he was awarded on Friday. Absolutely. If you look at that video, as a matter of fact, let's look at the video together, shall we? Okay, so let's take a look at this video. So this was filmed on November 22nd. So November 22nd, wait a minute, today's the 29th. Yes, okay, that's right. That's right. That was last Friday. That's right. I want you to look at some key things here. First of all, this was held at Mar-a-Lago. They held the event at his house. So if he's not doing well, how hard would it be to give him the medication he needs and get him to rally and have him go like downstairs, stand at a podium and accept an award? Because he's nonsensical enough that if he kind of wanders a little bit, people are going to be fine with that because they've gotten used to that. Now, I want you to look at a couple things. I want you to look at how he's gripping the podium to hold himself up. I want you to look at his face. So let's just take a look at Trump from Friday.
And I want to thank Moms of America because, a few months before that beautiful vote that we had 2 weeks ago, that was a beautiful day. We said we had to make it too big to rig, right? And we made it too big to rig. It was too big to rig. They couldn't do anything about it. But if you look back and just what a time that was. But a few months before that, I got the biggest endorsement from a group known as Moms of America. And that had a big impact. I really believe it did have a big impact because we're going to take care of Moms of America and everybody else, by the way, but we're going to take care of Moms of America. And that's what it's all about. We have a country that's in trouble. Now we have a country that authorized the shooting of missiles into Russia. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. But we're going to get everything straightened out. We have a mess in the Middle East. We have a mess in Ukraine and Russia. That should have never happened. It would have never happened. 100% would have never happened. But bad things happen with elections, and then bad things happen. But we had the best election in 129 years, they say. So we made up for it, but we have to get to work a little bit faster than we would have because we had things going very well, and bad things just they let things go that should never have. I mean, things going on now. When you look at
Is
millions
this
and millions of people pouring into our country,
okay?
we have no idea
I
who
thought
they
this.
are, where they come from, who the heck.
Is this following a logical order as far as like what he's talking about? I feel like he's just having a stream. He's like Moms of America, borders, the border crossing, all this happened. Russia wouldn't have happened. Oh, but we had a great election. Too big to. I mean, he's all over the place. This is not a guy who's like mentally has something a message he wants to give to these moms. He's like just spewing his usual rhetoric. So I stay by. And then looking at those two videos of him from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving, something's going on and he's not right health wise. And just because he's on video does not mean that he's completely healthy and fine. I think he looks frail. I think he looks weak. I think he looks sick. I think that they've got doctors there that when he has to do these things, they pump him up. They probably give him, I don't know, I mean, alleged, my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, but I think that they pump him up and give him a lot of medication, vitamins, whatever he needs. To be as focused as possible for those little periods of time. But beyond, and they're always at Mar-a-Lago. We're not seeing him out and about. So I just wanted to come in here and just kind of like talk about that really quickly. Like I said, like I typically don't do these kind of videos. I try to save my channel to be like just strictly, we're just doing readings. And I know a lot of you guys appreciate the fact that I don't go on and on and on. I just kind of get to the point, get in and get out with my readings. But I think it's really important to talk about how tarot works and specifically in these situations. And so just because I saw Trump last Friday clutching a podium at Mar-a-Lago and then saw a video of him doing this yesterday, it doesn't tell me that that's a man who's well, you know? Old Trump would have had his arm, around Melania and he would have been like talking and he would have been doing all these things. We see him like pound the table to the beat of the song and slap Musk on the shoulder. And then that's really it. And Melania's just looking at him like, pacifying him. Barron's just like, I don't even want to be here. The seats are all spread out with the exception of Musk and Trump. They're a little closer together, which I find really, really interesting. There was no one else at that table either. I feel like it's other people calling the shots, other people doing the posts. They're doing it in Trump's, style, but it's definitely not him. That doesn't mean he's not there shouting directives in the background, but I think he is very, very sick. I don't think he's up and moving around. I do think he has lucid moments and then moments where he's not lucid. I think he's got moments where he's very confused. And I think he's more often than not confused than lucid. So yeah, I just wanted to come in here and like talk about that and address that. And everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Again, it's tarot, like I say, it's for entertainment purposes only. We're not going out and doing like horse bets based on my tarot card predictions. But I just wanted to let you guys know that even seeing those videos, I stand by 100% what I have said when it comes to Trump's health. I don't wish anyone well. I mean, ill. That sounded really bad. Maybe that was a Freudian slip. I don't wish anyone ill, even Trump. So I don't want to see someone, suffer or be taken advantage of. But we also live our life path and we collect the karma that we collect. And so sometimes we have to see that played out in people's lives. But we'll just have to sit back and wait and see, what can happen. Maybe they'll be able to pull this off and make him appear like he's cognitive, but I just think he's in the midst of a cognitive decline. And I think it's sad. And I want you guys to be very, very discerning when you're looking at coverage. I want you to look at where it is, the dates it's happening, how long is he in front of that camera, and don't look at just a clip, look at the entire thing. Is what he's saying making sense? Does he seem like someone who's in mental decline, or does he seem like a man who's ready to run a country? You tell me. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up to encourage me to put my face on camera a little bit more. I typically like to just show my hands and my cards. But I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. I want to thank all of my new subscribers. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I love your comments. So please continue to leave those comments and leave your interpretations of the cards as well. I get so much enjoyment and I learn so much out of that. So please keep doing that. Finally, if you guys have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that little subscribe button. You know the one. And finally, I do have a membership. If you are interested in joining, the link to that is in the description box. And what that gives you is I do members only reads once a month, and maybe we'll start doing them more. We'll see. But those member readings are when you get to ask your questions and I flip cards for you. So, with that being said, I want to thank you all again so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.